Yo, this your boy Pete Camp, and we here to talk basketball. If you ain't heard, then Russell Westbrook, you know what I'm trying to say, got traded to the Washington Wizards for John Wall, right? And a 2023 protected pick. But we gonna get into it and tell you who you think. Well, I'm gonna ask you right now, who you think won this trade, right? I'm thinking about it. I don't know. I know. I'm about to tell you right now. Look, so let me give you some stats. I'm going to put it up on the board. But 2018-19 season, Russell Westbrook. I'm about to give you the 2 past years he played. This one he was with the Thunder. 73 games played, 36 minutes, 22.9 points per game, field goals, 42.8 percentage, 3-point percentage, 29%, 11.1 rebounds, and 10.7 assists. And he was 31, right? You move on to the next season when we in the bubble. We in the bubble. You know what I'm saying? 1920 season with the Rockets. Trying to get his, with James Harden, trying to put something together. Games played 57 minutes, 35.9 points per game, 27.2 field goals, 47.2, 3 percentage, 25.8 rebounds, 7.9 assists, 7. Now, with all that said, he got 3 years left on this contract at about $42 million a year. Right? He pretty. That's maxed out, right? Maxed out. Large contract. Now, let's compare that to your boy John Wall. Now, should I give you the last 2 seasons of John Wall? I can't, because he wasn't playing. Right? John Wall did not play this past year in the bubble, the 1920 season, and he missed the season before that as well. He only played 32 games in the 18-19 season. But I'm gonna give you some stats on that year. That year, he played what? I just said 32 games. I swear, I gotta get my brain still back. But 32 games he played. He was 30 years old at this point too. 34.5 minutes per game, 20.7 points per game, 44.4 field goal percentage, 3-point is 30.2 percentage, and assists was 8.7, and the rebounds is 3.6. Now, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna tell you how old he is. I don't know if he was 30 at that time or he was 30 or he 30 right now. Let me see. Okay, so Pete, he 30 years old right now. So he was like 28 when you ran them stats off. So he ripe old 30 right now, but he also getting paid $42 million a year. Same contract pretty much as Russell. But the thing is, he coming off a left Achilles tendon. And you dig what I'm saying? Like, if I'm just me, I don't know if I would be ready to bet my rebirth of my team on a dude with shaky legs. You know what I'm saying? Granted, we was happy when the Pistons did with Blake Griffin. But the Pistons ain't have nothing. It ain't like, we had the James Harden and Russell Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? We was trying to make something happen. So, but as you can see how that worked out, we still love Blake, but, it's on and off. 1 minute you play him, 1 minute you not. You know what I'm saying? Because he got to get his knees right. And they just wasn't never right after that. So I'm expecting John Wall to be the same way. Like, I don't expect him to play 3 full years for the Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see it. If he does, it'll be great, but I don't think he will. I think he's gonna be blotching in and out, and then so you betting your future or the rebuild of your team on somebody with shaky legs, and then now, what else is it to go with that? A first round pick, right? Not exactly, Let's just get into it. It's a 2023 protected first round pick. So what does that say? Let me break this whole protected pick thing down for you, because I didn't know what it was until now when I just looked it up. So it's protected because it still gives Washington Wizards some protections against that pick, and it still gives them kind of advantage on depending on where they land in the whole draft situation. So here we go. If Washington lands outside of the lottery at like 11 on down to 30, then in 2023, and let me remind you, 2023, John Wall will be gone, right? So the pick that you're getting, you can't even build with John Wall. You can't get a first round pick like next year and be like, yo, we're gonna put this guy with John Wall. By the time you pick for this pick, John Wall would be done playing with the Houston Rockets. And also, he'll be, unless they extend him or something like that. So, whatever. But now, so if Washington picks from 11 on down to 30, then Houston will get to go ahead and pick that pick in 2023. If Washington lands in the top 10 in the lottery, then they retain that pick, and it gets pushed over to the next year. Now, next year, if Washington lands from number 9 on down to 30 or whatever, Houston will get the pick. If Washington lands number 8 and above, then the Wizards will retain that pick once again, and it moves to the next year. If Washington lands anywhere from number 2 on down to 30, Houston can pick. If Washington lands at number 1, then Washington once again retains that pick, and then the year after that, all bets are off. Houston gets the pick no matter what, right? So this could be a pick that could potentially be had in 2023 or 24, 25, 26. You know what I'm saying? Like, this pick could take 6 years to get, depending on the protection that's on it. Now, all the protections are not this way. This is one of the more strenuous ways that a pick can be protected. It could be less than that, or it could be as that. This is an example that the Pistons went through back in the day when they finally landed their pick. It was like 6 years later, and ironically, it was the year that Bron came out, and D Wade and all of them was in that pick, and they still messed it up. So whatever, but which can just show you how picks can do you. You know what I'm saying? You might get the right pick in the right spot, but you might pick the wrong player. And if you're terrible at picking the right player, then that pick ain't gonna mean nothing to you anyway, because you're just gonna pick somebody that's gonna give you 10 points off the bench. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So I think Houston lost this trade, man. Like, for instance, let's give a rundown of. So now Houston got John Wall, 20 points per game. James Harden, 34 points per game. Who is teetering on getting out of here too? He ready to go too. So how long they gonna hold on to him? They might still trade and make a dumb trade and get nothing back for him too. But D House, a small forward, 10 points. PJ Tucker, 7 points a game. Then they just signed Boogie Cousins as well, who will give you 16 if he's healthy. Now I count them 2 players with injury problems. You dig what I'm saying? He was out all year last year with the Lakers. As soon as the Lakers signed him, he broke something and was gone for the rest of the year. So it's like, can you rely on him to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't think you can rely on him or John Wall to be there all season. So, but they only signed Boogie to a 1-year deal. Now, if Boogie go out, then they got a guy they got C Wood that'll give you 13 or whatever. But, you know, you got 20, 34, 10, 7, and 16. That's a grand total, probably 87 points per game that starting lineup will give you. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward to Washington. You got Westbrook, 27 points a game. You got Bradley Beal, who'll give you 30. Now, with those 2 numbers, it could be less. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I say, Westbrook, the year before, this was a shortened year where he gave you 27. The year before, he gave you like 23. So it could fall at like 25, right? Bradley Beal, gave you 30. The year before that, he gave you 25. You know what I'm saying? It could fall at like 27, but it could be 30. I'm going to go with the high number. So Westbrook, 27. Bradley Beal, give you 30. T. Brown Jr., give you 10. R. Hachimura, I'll give you 13. T. Bryan, I'll give you 13 for a grand total of 93. 93 to 87, you got the Washington Wizards pulling out a win. That ain't including the benches, though. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going to count the benches because they ain't getting that deep into the benches because they starters can't even ball that well. I'm just saying. We talking about the Washington, you know, but I'm just saying. I just don't know about this move, man. It's a cool move, I guess, if you trying to just make everybody happy. You trying to make Russell Westbrook happy. Me personally, I kind of would have made him grit it out. Same thing with James Harden, made you kind of grit it out, man, because what you going to play and not get your stats? Nah, you going to play for your stats. You're going to get your stats for sure. So I know you're going to do that. You're going to give me what you got. You're going to be unhappy. But at the same time, I'm unhappy. As an owner, I would be unhappy too that what I gave up to get you, you dig what I'm saying? And now you turn 1 year, after 1 year, you want to get gone? Like they gave up like 2 first-round picks and something else to get Westbrook? Like, and who knows if those picks were protected or not? It probably was unprotected picks, you know what I'm saying? So then I'm getting a protected pick back and a player with shaky legs. I don't know, that don't add up to me. I kind of would have kind of forced you to play. I was like, hey, you're gonna have to stay here until somebody offers me the right exchange for you, because I don't plan on just losing. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are 2 great players, and I don't see any reason that I should not get my return on y'all or something decent. You know what I'm saying? And if John Wall was decent, maybe we're having a different conversation. But with him being hurt like he is, it's a iffy move, you know what I'm saying? But hey, I'm just chopping it up, see what y'all think about it, man. It's your boy Pete Camp. Let me know what you think. Good or bad trade? Me personally, I think the Houston Rockets lost this trade, hands down. I think the Washington Wizards came up, you know what I'm saying? Rose up on this trade. And I'm just saying, him and Bradley Beal, that's a nice 1-2 punch. You add one more powerful player to that, and they moving and shaking. So let me know what y'all think, man. Get in the comments and mix it up for me. You know what I'm saying? Let me know something. You know what I'm saying? And bang the like button, man. And subscribe to the channel before I have to come and knock your teeth out your mouth. I don't want to do it, you know. But somebody apparently got to. And it might be me. Get at your boy.